Hello everyone, and back with new lesson today. Forest our lifeline. Dear students, what is a forest? A forest is an area or a part of the land that is covered with trees and a wide variety of plants. Not only this, forests form a complete ecosystem that includes various living organisms such as tree, shrubs, plants, microorganisms, wild animals, and birds. They also include non living or abiotic factors such as sunlight, air, nutrients, water, and rocks. Different kinds of forests present on the earth depending upon the geographical and climatic conditions of a particular region. Forests serve various purposes for human beings as well as nature. Hence, they are an important resources. Different forests in India. There are different kinds of trees found in the forest, such as neem, bamboo, shisham, sal, amla, and teak. Along with trees, there are different herbs, shrubs, climbers, creepers, grasses, and plants found in the forest. These plants serve various purposes for the environment as well as human beings. The forests grow by themselves. There is no need to plant trees in the forest as the forests provide favorable environmental conditions to plants so that they can germinate and grow on their own. Then, what is a crown? The upper part or top of a tree is called its crown. The next, what is canopy? In the forest, different trees grow tall together and their branches appear as the roof of the forest. As no sky is visible through these trees, this is called canopy. Stratification in forest. Stratification is defined as dividing a natural habitat into several layers depending upon the heights of plants or vegetation of that area. This allows minimization of competition among the animals and allows them to survive easily. The number of layers a forest has depends upon the climate, temperature, availability of light, type of soils and rainfall. Generally, the trees of a forest are divided into following sections. First one, the forest floor. It comprises of the shed leaves, stems, bark and the top layers of soil. Then the herb layer. It consists of plants without woody stem. Those grow above the ground such as grasses. They are usually less in number in the forest. Next, the shrub layer. It consists of plants small to medium sizes. This layer requires the most sunlight. Then, the understory. It consists of plants that grow above the forest floor but lower than the canopy. They require less amount of light in order to grow. Then the canopy. It consists of the tree's crowns. It is always exposed to sunlight. The emergent layer. It consists of the topmost layer of trees. It is generally found in tropical forests.
Tropical evergreen forests. These forests are also called tropical rainforests. These thick forests occur in the regions near the equator and close to the tropics. These regions are hot and receive heavy rainfall throughout the year. As there is no particular dry season, the trees do not shed their leaves altogether. This is the reason why they are called evergreen. These forests are found in the Amazon basin, Zaire basin, Malaysia, Myanmar, Vietnam, Indonesia, and New Guinea. Characteristics: the hot and humid climate of this region helps in the thick growth of vegetation. These are evergreen forests with broad leaves. These forests consist of very tall trees. These forests consist of hardwood trees. There are creepers which cling around the trees. The main species of trees are mahogany, ebony, bamboo, sandalwood, rosewood, rubber trees, etc. These forests are
is a large geographical area of land where we can find many plants and animals. Total forest area is about 30% of the total land area on Earth. It is a precious gift given by nature to us. In this video, we will learn more about forest. Let's talk about the structure of forest. The forest floor is generally covered with decaying plant parts like leaves, branches, and stem, animal excreta, plants such as creepers, climbers, moss, and growing plants. There are many microorganisms present in this part which helps to decompose the waste material so as to form nutrient-rich dark-colored material called humus. Thus, plants help in recycling of the nutrients. There are different kinds of plants which varies based on size, shape, flowers, and fruits. The vegetation is arranged in different layers. The top part of a giant tall tree formed by its branches is called as crown. Different trees can have crown of different sizes and shapes. The crown of these trees form the topmost layer of the forest called.
There are 4 layers in the rainforest. The forest floor is the bottom layer. It is gigantic and stretches as far and wide as the forest. It is made up of leaves, roots, shoots, branches, soil, and decaying matter. It is where the roots of the rainforest begin and is a very important part of the rainforest ecosystem. It is where nearly all plant and animal life begins and also where life ends. It is usually shady and damp. This is the perfect habitat for insects, bacteria, and fungi to breed. The forest floor is also the habitat of many other animals, such as large cats and deer, or reptiles like frogs and snakes, who find comfort in the cool shade and can hide away from predators in the undergrowth, or keep a watch their unsuspecting prey. Seeds and fruit fall to the forest floor. If they are not eaten up by an animal or insect, then often the seeds will try to take root and start to begin the journey of growing upwards to the next layer of the rainforest. The rotten fruit, leaves, branches, and animals that die in the rainforest decompose on the forest floor. They leave essential nutrients that are absorbed into the soil. These nutrients are taken in by the trees and plants. They are very important and keep the rainforest healthy. Rivers and streams play a large part in the process of new life and decay. They carry decaying matter and debris through the forest. The minerals and vitamins also crumble into the water and provide healthy nutrients to plants and bacteria in the water and on the riverbanks. Rainforest Understory Layer. The rainforest understory layer is above the forest floor and below the forest canopy. It is the most colourful part of the rainforest sandwich. In this layer, there are many strange and wondrous tropical plants and flowers. Flowers, such as the orchid, can be found in the understory layer, where the climate is warm and damp. a perfect place for plants and animals to thrive. These flowers and plants contribute to the important process of pollination and seed dispersion. Pollination is the reason why the rainforest keeps growing and developing. Without the process of pollination, all plants and animals would die. The brightly colored flowers that hang in the rainforest underlay attract many birds, bats, insects, and animals. They spread the pollen by carrying the pollen from flower to flower. The pollen transfers from the male to the female parts of the plants and flowers. This starts the process of germination. Birds and animals also help to disperse seeds throughout the rainforest. They eat the fruit and seeds that grow on the plants and trees. The seeds then get carried away on their fur or in their waste. The seeds eventually fall to the ground and grow into new plants and trees. The rainforest underlayer is usually humid and damp. You can find lizards, snakes, insects, bats. The humidity in the understory layer helps to keep lots of animals and plants hydrated in the tropical heat. In this layer, there are hidden caves and hollow trees that make the perfect dens or hiding places for bats or large cats and bears. Canopy trees. The canopy layer of the rainforest is the thickest part of the rainforest layer. It can take one rain droplet 10 seconds to fall to the floor because there are so many leaves. This is the part of the rainforest layers that takes the most sunlight, blocking the rays from the understory layer and forest floor. The canopy sits below the emergent layer of the rainforest and above the understory. This is where monkeys swing from lianas and birds roost in the trees away from predators. Lots of different tropical fruit, like bananas and mangoes, grow in the forest canopy. There is plenty of sunlight to help the fruit to ripen and grow lovely and large. This abundance of fruit and leaves is the perfect habitat for bats, monkeys, squirrels, sloths, and tropical birds like toucans and parrots. The thick trees and twisting liana vines make the canopy layer of the forest the most crowded. The canopy layer is around 10 meters thick and prevents about 95% of sunlight reaching the lower understory level and forest floor. The canopy layer is even hotter than the understory layer because of the amount of trees and plants growing so closely together. It can feel a little claustrophobic. The emergent layer. The emergent layer is the very top of the rainforest. It is known as the sunlit zone. In the treetops, the climate can change drastically. It can become very windy. The treetops up in the emergent layer catch the full rays of light from the sun and the maximum force of tropical thunderstorms. The emergent layer is made up of some of the oldest and tallest trees in the rainforest. These trees can grow up to 76 meters tall, and some have enormous thick trunks at nearly 5 meters wide. This is the layer where the magic really happens. The wind blows seeds and pollen across the rainforest, helping with the process of pollination and keeping the rainforest actively alive. The many birds, bats, butterflies, and bees that live up high in the emergent layer also help with the process of pollination and seed dispersal. It is only the animals and birds that can fly or sing from branch to branch, like monkeys or squirrels, that can live so high up in the windy treetops of the rainforest. These can be difficult conditions to live in, and the climate can change all the time. It can move from boiling hot to torrential rain or extreme wind in a very short space of time. The animals and birds that live in this top layer of the rainforest have to learn to adapt quickly.
I hope you have understood the topic very well. Thanks for watching this video.